Airdrome Finance price update. While Airdrome is on the verge of a massive move, and I'll show you exactly when I'm gonna sell every single token of my Airdrome position. My name is Mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before starting the video, please do me a huge favor. Every single like matters, every single comment matters. The more people engage, the better for the video, the better for the community, and especially the better for our tokens. Now's the time, guys. Make some noise, appreciate you. Let's start. All right, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it, especially here, guys. I personally really think here that this week is one of the most important weeks here for the entire crypto market. And I'll show you exactly why now. Of course, the main topic is going to be Airdrome today. Very, very important questions need to be answered here. What's really going on with the Airdrome? I'll show you exactly what is going on here behind the scenes. Why Airdrome will skyrocket though once the market flips like bullish. There's clear signs here that Airdrome wants to go higher if the environment is right for it. Do this if you're a diamond-handed holder. By holding alone doesn't make any sense. Why you can actually make use of your crypto, especially during this time here. Airdrome price prediction, and why I really had to adjust my targets here. Why? I will show you shortly. And yes, when exactly to exit the markets completely, guys. I will show you my blueprints here. If it happens, I'm out of the market. And also here, super important, why whales are actually already selling and why it matters for you. What's really going on with Airdrome? Let's cover that first here. Now, this is not Aerodrome specific, of course here. The entire market right now is very shaky here. Since the liquidation event, the market structure and the market environment here has shifted completely here. No question about that. Now, of course, fear re-entered the markets, uncertainty, and there's basically no real strength here in the crypto industry itself. Why this is the case, I will show you also shortly. And I will also show you why the crypto markets have been down only since weeks. Two main reasons here, because many people are in the dark here. They don't know really what's going on. Mike, why are we dumping? Is it manipulation? Is it this and that? Guys, I will show you exactly what's going on here. Now, first reason here is, and this is from one of the biggest market makers. They, of course, know what's happening here in the background. And if you look at the liquidity, it just makes sense here. As you can see here, we are basically in a rotational game here. There is money in crypto, but it's almost the same exact group and the same exact people here, CT, and also of course some whales here, OGs here and there. It's the same money ball rotating from one play to another here. And as you can see here, liquidity drive crypto cycles, of course, not M2, but liquidity in crypto. And as you can see here, the money has stopped flowing in here. This coming from one of the biggest market makers here says a lot. So liquidity is just simply rotating from one narrative to another. We had Sui, we had Solana, now we have Zcash. It's not really new liquidity entering the space. And with this environment, alt season cannot happen, guys. Why? Because we need a massive increase in liquidity here. We need retail, we need mania, we need hype, we need newcomers here, and we need the social risk to go higher in order for alt season to happen. So it's a rotational game. And this is why holding has been such a hard part of the cycle. Why? Because it's just jumping from one project to another, from one narrative to another. So it's not Aerodrome specific, and Aerodrome will have its day, and I'll show you why. Now, second thing here, as you can see here, why also this is happening here, why we have weakness in the market, it's just simply OGs and whales are already selling since week here. Why are they selling? Why are big whales and OGs selling? I'll also show you exactly the reason why they're exiting the market and they're already starting to take profits here. So those two facts here are the main reason why crypto is currently weak. And of course, this also applies to Airdrome here. Airdrome is not different here. While Airdrome is showing strength here in the short term, and why I personally think that Airdrome will actually skyrocket if, first of all, the market conditions are in the right place. Here are the reasons why I personally think here that Airdrome will actually outperform as soon as that happens here. And as you can see here, Airdrome is a completely different asset than it was a couple of years ago, in my personal opinion. As you can see, the comparison between revenue to net emissions is absolutely going in the right direction. So Airdrome is going into deflationary territory here, and shout out to this user. Great summary, actually. Airdrome just crossed into deflation territory and nobody's paying attention. That's very right here. Just like I showed you in my last video, big players are paying attention, okay? Retail is not looking at those things, they're only looking at the price here. So it's just a great dynamic here. Airdrome starting to get deflationary, showing strength here, building a great support. As soon as the market really flips bullish, I think Airdrome will reprice much higher. Okay, now let's get back to what to actually do here during this time, because most people just simply hold their token here. Absolutely fine if you don't want to add additional risk. That's absolutely fine. But in the crypto space, especially here with tokens that are still inflationary and you're still getting diluted, you're almost forced, guys, to stake it or to make use of your crypto here, guys. Now, first things first, you need to understand what you're doing. You need to understand the risks here. No question about that. And this is why I'm so bullish on the macro protocol itself. Now, I was talking about macro prior to that. I was talking about the token. I don't think focusing on the token makes much sense anymore. Okay, while I don't want to flood the token itself, it makes much more sense here to focus on the protocol itself. Why? Because you can just simply, if you have stables right now, you can just simply lend them out and earn yield on your stables. For example, here, if you are in stables, make use of a crypto, especially during those times while you're just simply waiting, you're actually earning passive income. And if you have tokens here, like those meme coins, you can actually lend them out. While the meme coins, of course, are dropping, you're still at least here battling this loss here with this interest. So make use of your crypto. And of course, this also applies to Aerodrome, guys. If you know how to LP Aerodrome, if you know what you're doing, there's many protocols here where you can lend out your Aerodrome. Of course, again, if you know your risks, if you know what you're doing, in my personal opinion, this is the time here right now to actually make use of your crypto. Okay? Now, getting back to Aerodrome here in the price prediction, and yes, adjusted price target, and I will show you shortly why here now. Going back to my theory here, I like to keep things simple. Just like I always tell you, if a token falls below the bull market support band, it's for me the first sign here to start to question if we are in bull territory or not. And as you can see here, unfortunately, Aerodrome lost this bull market support band, and I told you a weekly close below. It's historically better to just simply exit if you're a trader, if you don't have tax implications there. Okay, now we have a weekly close below the bull market support band, which usually is not a great sign personally, but knowing where we are in the cycle again, and I will show you exactly where we are in the cycle in my personal opinion, and seeing those wicks here and seeing actually the relative strength of Aerodrome here in the last couple of days, I think all we need right now is Bitcoin to finally show real strength, and then Aerodrome will reprice higher. Now, taking a look at Ethereum here and why Ethereum is such an important part for Aerodrome, especially for the price prediction, Ethereum is showing a lot of weakness. Okay, this initial bid and this initial hype here translated completely into Zcash right now. So again, rotational game, and seeing Ethereum at 7.5k, I'm starting to have my doubts if actually we are going to go this high this cycle. So my base case was if Ethereum goes above 7k, Ethereum can go above $4. Now, if Ethereum doesn't go this high, then of course we have to readjust our price targets. But I still think here, okay, this correlation doesn't have to be one-to-one. Of course, Aerodrome can break out from this pattern here. This is the Aerodrome to Ethereum comparison. We can go much higher, of course. Aerodrome can outperform Ethereum, no question about that. This is why I still think here, this is still somewhere around my base case, and we have to take it day by day. Guys, market conditions change, theses change on a daily basis, basically almost in this crypto space. And this is why actually going this high is still a very, very nice amount of gain here, as you can see here. From current levels here to around the level of $4, it's over 300% gain, almost 400% gain. So with size, Aerodrome can still make you lots of money. Can we go higher than that? Yes, we can enter mania in 2026 if QE happens all of a sudden and whatnot. Of course, things can go absolutely bonkers, but we have to be realistic and we have to just simply stick to the charts here. And unfortunately, Ethereum is not looking too crispy right now. And seeing Ethereum at 7k is hard to imagine right now as we speak. Can this change? Absolutely here. Now, one of the most important things, guys, when to exactly exit the markets. And this is exactly personally what I will be doing, okay? If I see this happening, I'm out, because this is usually the first sign that the bull market here is actually over and why whales are already selling here. Now, first things first, here is where I will exactly exit the market. And as you can see here, this is pretty simple. This is a post from GUM. The 50-week MA here was one of the most important supports here for this current cycle. Each cycle has their characteristics. Each cycle has their support band. The 50-week, as you can see here, in prior corrections, always held here. Now, if we lose the 50-week on a weekly basis, and if you want to be absolutely sure like I am, 2 weekly closes, and this is also here, shout out to Ben Cohen, this idea came from him, 2 weekly closes below the 50-week, and I'm out of the market, guys, because this is the most probably then likely the start of the bear market. I know most people don't want to accept that. Now, we're not there yet, okay, the week is not over, things can turn around like this in crypto, and you know that. 2 weekly closes here, below 103K. It's starting to get very, very obvious, in my personal opinion, okay? Why are whales exiting? Just like I told you in last videos, timing-wise, guys, we are at the end of the 4-year cycle. And this theory worked out in the past. So whales are also, of course, looking at that. It's not only you and me. Guys, the market is forward-looking. And whales, especially if you made billions, if you made millions already, of course, you're already taking profits. Why? Because history usually repeats. And the most dangerous words in investing is actually, this time is different, okay? At the end of the day, guys, be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. Hold tight, guys. I still think here Aerodrome has a bright year ahead, okay? In these 2 months, I still have very much hope here that Aerodrome can reprice much higher. But at the end of the day, guys, do your own research, be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. Don't get dragged.
Like Mars Simpson, just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the